Hello, my dear children. Today we are moving to a new topic, that is evaporation. This term must not know. You all know what is evaporation, right? Change of liquid into vapor at any temperature below its melting point is called evaporation. In your law classes, you already learned what is evaporation. So this part will be easy for you. Factors affecting evaporation. In this part, we are going to discuss about the factors which are affecting the rate of evaporation. There are four main factors which are affecting the rate of evaporation. That is, an increase of surface area, an increase of temperature, a decrease in humidity, and increase in wind speed. First one, an increase of surface area. I will explain it with an example. While putting clothes for drying up, we spread them out. Here, normally when we put clothes for drying up, we spread them out, right? What for we are doing that? Here, the main reason is that when we spread them out, the surface area of the clothes increases and this clothes gets dry faster. So, that shows that evaporation is a surface phenomenon. When the surface area is increased, the rate of evaporation and increase of temperature. We already learned the effect of temperature in our last class. So you can easily connect that fact into this one. When the temperature increases, more number of particles get enough kinetic energy to move into the vapor state. That means when it reaches to a particular boiling point, this liquid converts to vapor state. Third factor is a decrease in humidity. What is humidity? It is the amount of water vapor present in air. We already learned this one. When the humidity increases, the rate of evaporation decreases. We already know it is the amount of water vapor present in air. So, when humidity decreases, the rate of evaporation increases. Next factor is an increase in wind speed. You might notice that clothes dry faster on a windy day. Here, with the increase in wind speed, the particles of water vapor move away with the wind, decreasing the amount of water vapor in the surrounding. So, here when the wind speed increases, the rate of evaporation also increases. Next topic is, how does evaporation cause cooling? We already learned what is evaporation. Evaporation results in cooling as the liquid absorbs heat from its surroundings. Here, the particles of liquid absorb energy from its surroundings to regain the energy lost during evaporation. This absorption of energy from the surroundings makes the surroundings cold. Here, in an open vessel, we can take an example. In an open vessel, the liquid keeps on evaporating. In this, the particles of liquid absorb energy from its own surrounding, mainly to regain the energy lost while evaporation. This absorption of heat energy from the surroundings makes the things cold. You understand? I will explain it with some other day-to-day examples. What happens when you pour some acetone or nail polish remover on your palm? We know evaporation causes cooling. When you put some acetone or nail polish remover on your palm, the energy of your palm is absorbed by the particles of these materials and they evaporate, causes cooling, which makes our palm to feel cold. That means the particles absorb energy from your palm or surroundings and evaporate, causing the palm to feel cool. Next question is, why should we wear cotton clothes in summer? During summer, we perspire more because of the mechanism of our body which keeps us cool. We know that during evaporation, the particles at the surface of the liquid gain energy from the surroundings or body surface and change into vapor. Here, the heat energy equal to the latent heat of vaporization is absorbed from the body, leaving the body cool. Cotton, which is a good absorber of water, helps in absorbing the sweat and exposing it to the atmosphere for easy evaporation. Next question is, why do we see water droplets on outer surface of a glass containing ice cold water? In this, the water vapor present in air on coming in contact with the cold glass of water loses energy and gets converted to liquid state, which we see as water droplets. See children, in all these questions, the concept is same. Once you learn that, this part will be easy for you. Okay, we know evaporation causes cooling and the particles absorb energy from the surrounding to regain the energy lost during evaporation. And this absorption of energy from the surroundings make it cool. So once you learn this one, this part will be easy for you. I hope you understand. Thank you.